It all started with goats or really, coyotes eyeing my goats. But it snowballed into a wildfire evacuation across 3 counties, a viral scandal, and Evelyn Carter, my street's most feared dictator, tackled into a koi pond while escaping in a U-Haul stuffed with stolen neighborhood association gnomes. All because I built a siren. It wasn't meant to unleash chaos or trigger a citywide meltdown. Just a DIY setup cobbled together from a junked weather station, 2 old air raid horns, and a rusty CB radio. I called it the Coyote Blaster. My daughter, Lily, 15, dubbed it Dad's midlife crisis with a volume knob. It worked though. Coyotes prowled. I'd hit the button, and a wail like a furious storm sent them scrambling. Goats chilled. My rural slice stayed steady until Evelyn got involved. Evelyn Carter wasn't just president of the Pine Crest Neighborhood Association. She was a passive-aggressive overlord, flinging violation notices like confetti. She despised the siren. My ranch sits just outside association territory, where suburbs fade into scuba legal no-man's land. But Evelyn claimed her rules extended to auditory range, waving her Amazon decibel meter and quoting Section 12C. Peaceful enjoyment of shared spaces. Coyotes munching goats were louder, I'd counter, but she unleashed her lackey, Officer Dan Reed. Not a real cop, just her association enforcer in aviators and cargo shorts. Once find me for aggressive fence vibes. One Wednesday, knee-deep in mud fixing a pipe by the goat pen, I looked up to see Dan on my porch like a budget action figure. Lily filmed from the driveway, narrating like a wildlife doc. Here we observe the association enforcer in his natural habitat. Dan waved a form under Pine Crest noise rules. I'm seizing your illegal alarm. Got a warrant? Evelyn doesn't own this dirt, I snapped. I'll call the sheriff. I was sheriff in '98. Big fires, I bluffed. He didn't budge. Just unbolted the siren and hauled it off in his SUV. It could have ended there, fuming, Lily roasting it on TikTok, but Dan meddled. I'd rigged the siren with motion and heat sensors to detect big critters. Too clever for him. That night, at the association clubhouse, he plugged it in, doused it with energy drink, and triggered emergency mode. At 8:03 p.m., a roar like Judgment Day tore through Pine Crest. Birds crashed into windows. Dogs lost it. Hikers on Quiet Bluff thought it was a wildfire alert, pinging satellites. Choppers launched. Winds fanned a real canyon spark, and 3 counties got tangled evacuation orders. By dawn, Channel 7 was on my lawn, a reporter asking how it felt to spark the Evelyn Blaze, the internet's name for it. Lily's clip hit 3 million views, captioned, "When association power trips and in flames." Evelyn lost it, blamed me, claimed I'd booby-trapped the siren. She called an association summit, demanding I be banished as a suburban threat. I'm not in your association, I said. Didn't matter. Her manicured talons dug in. She branded me a noise terrorist and said my goats needed permits. Lily, sharp as ever, dug into old association files online, sniffing out dirt. 2 nights later, the siren screamed again from the clubhouse where Dan had stashed it. At 2:14 a.m., fire trucks, ambulances, even a Coast Guard chopper swarmed. My barn cam caught it. Coyotes, a whole pack, tripping it on purpose, sitting smug as chaos erupted. This wasn't about goats anymore. It was war. Next morning, I stood in my robe, coffee sour, a news drone buzzing my pen. My phone exploded. Friends, strangers, filmmakers, Netflix. Lily ran Siren Gate HQ from a folding table, my old Ranger hat perched for flair. By noon, Evelyn Blaze trend dead memes of her with flaming binders, a siren dubstep remix on loop. Evelyn holed up in the clubhouse, her minivan live, laugh, lawn screeching in with binders, a gavel, and fury muffins. Her plan, blame me, kill the siren, reclaim her crown. She underestimated Lily's spark. Wildfire Caleb Dunn, our eccentric neighbor with a 400K sub-YouTube channel who called the association Shadow Lords, caught Dan dragging the siren in and roasting marshmallows by dry brush during a fire warning. Lily wove it into Operation Blame Flip, Caleb's clips, weather data, association emails proving Dan started the spark. Evelyn's press conference tanked. Her destabilized coyotes line got laughs. Dan bailed mid-marshmallow question. Then Lucas Gray, A scruffy wanderer in a patched jacket strolled in, claiming he spoke coyote, calling them forest emissaries. I rolled my eyes. Lily was all in. Evelyn called the cops, they hung up. Lucas said the siren messed with their mating vibes, begged to camp and observe. Lily won. He slept by the coop, whistling eerie tunes. At midnight, coyotes watched the fence, not hunting, just there, waiting. Lucas grinned. For balance. Next day, Lily uncovered an association slush fund, thousands funneled to koi lights and Zen garden upkeep. Embezzlement, she whispered, booking a journalist. But the siren blared again, chained at the clubhouse, untouched. Town panicked. Choppers flew. No fire, just two lost hikers stumbling out, saved by the sound. Hero or havoc? Lily dropped the rescue tale with fun proof online. Boom. By morning, reporters, an auditor, and Caleb swarmed Evelyn's house. She hid. Lucas listened on the ridge. They never left, he said of the coyotes, just picking their howl. Pinecrest split, half wanted me gone, half mayor. I just wanted safe goats. After the hikers' praise, Evelyn's allies misses. Helen Price, Walter Cole, June Harper ditched her, muttering excuses. Chairs out, mics up, her in a peace president's sash. Half the town came for drama, half for snacks. I sat with Lily, Caleb, and Lucas, his hat reeking of sage tea. Evelyn's PowerPoint, noise versus harmony flopped. Fake graphs, snarling coyotes, a siren clip. No claps. I spoke, no script, just truth. The siren saved goats from canyon coyotes. Dan stole it, lit the fire. Lily's expose played Dan's campfire, Evelyn's funds, her hauling gnome boxes, a hot mic dog rant. Gasps. Dan confessed, fire accidental. Clipboard dropped. Chaos erupted. Evelyn bolted, keys fumbled, then roared from the shed in a U-Haul, gnomes rattling, flamingos trailing. Caleb's drone chased Evelyn's last ride as she skidded into the koi pond. Gnomes sank. She flailed in algae. Arrested, mascara streaked. The association collapsed fast. Clubhouse shuttered. Dan on litter duty. Lily in turning news. Caleb dockbound. Lucas gone, leaving a scratched note. Bark. Neighbors apologized. The siren became art, gold painted, goat plushies piled beneath. Goats huddled. Chickens twitched. Silence stretched, no birds, no bugs. Lucas, you'll know when echoed. Lily's ridge cam snapped. A dozen coyotes, led by an alphas guard, one-eyed staring down. Nightly, they crept closer, silent, coordinated. Operation Goat Shield launched. Fences up. Siren rewired with sensors. Lily's garage HQ humid cams, Caleb's drone, Evelyn 2.0. At 2 a.m., sensors lit up. Coyotes ringed us, testing. A flute rose low, eerie. Lucas emerged, coat swaying, playing. Alpha turned. Coyotes followed, vanishing like mist. Lucas waved, gone. Silence broke. Goats eased. Birds sang at dawn. Balance returned. The association morphed into a laid-back harmony circle. Lily's blog, Siren Sense, hit podcasts, comics, a quiet streamer. The siren stood silent, golden, a legend. I patrol the ridge, wondering if Alpha lingers. For now, goats munch, life hums, and the siren waits ready, just in case.